Hello there! Welcome back to my channel. You may call me Miss Introvert, and today we are going to be reviewing Book 5 of The Warrior Girl. Ta-da! The front page is falling off. In fact, it might have already it fell off. So, but yeah, Book 5. And let's study this cover. So we have a new villain. I think I remember making him some kind of like apprentice to Black Shadow, but yeah, Black Shadow's the main villain if you were not aware. If you're not aware about any of this and you just clicked on this video because you thought it would be cool, I would go and check out the rest of the series. It's right there in that little card. But yeah, we have our main character with the W on her shirt for Warrior Girl. She is Paulina, the main character, the protagonist. She has a really cool dagger. She seems to be looking at it a little bit funny, just like, what is this, a good dagger? Is this a bad dagger? I think we're gonna find out some secrets about it in this book. Some secrets about Paulina. We have this new villain, I think. He seems to be having some kind of power coming out of his hands, which I interpret as really light pencil. But it's going into her head, it seems like. So I think there might be some messing with Paulina's mind in this one. And then, of course, we have Susan. We can tell it's Susan by the bow and arrow, and Cindy we can tell, I guess, by the little pouch she has, which might hold her magic wand, I don't know. And then, of course, it is by Bitsy Morgan. I'm just gonna gently place down this front cover. Oh yeah, we have a coming soon with another new character, and we have another cameo for Black Shadow. And then I guess this is Paulina. She looks kind of like she's hiding. And then this really cool new character with really cool hair. You know what? She looks the hairstyle kind of resembles that one character from the Clone Wars, Star Wars The Clone Wars, Season 3. I think it was like the Lords of Mortis or something, and there was like the father, and there was like the dark side son, and there was like the light side daughter. I think I was getting inspiration from the light side daughter. Clone Wars was coming out around that time, so that's, I guess, where I got that from. And then we have another title page, The Warrior Girl 5, I guess, a silhouette of somebody. I'm guessing it's Paulina. Introduction! Fancy word box. I did get a comment from somebody saying be careful with those old books, and I will. Hopefully I don't yeet it out of my hands like I do every other time whenever I'm done reading it. One day, a young girl saved 2 other girls. Now the girls look up to her. They had many adventures. In this book, they kind of have an adventure. Okay. Black Shadow has a friend that is one that can make people like him. So we're talking about like brainwashing people to, I guess, join Black Shadow's side. Is that what happens to Paulina? Is that what we're seeing in the front cover? Or was that theory that somebody posted in the video for book 3 right? I think so. Chapter 1. Black Shadow's friend's name was Dark Shadow. Okay. Meanwhile, at the castle, okay, so we're just gonna leave it at that. We don't have any dialogue between them. Nothing interesting like that. That's fine. Meanwhile, at the castle, Paulina, Susan, and Cindy were having a tea party. Dark Shadow could change into any kind of person that was maybe even good. So I guess he's going to infiltrate their tea party. He turned into a fairy. He told Paulina that he couldn't... What? He told Paulina that he couldn't reach the well to get water. The well was in a park not far from the castle. He actually turned the water in the well bucket into a potion that could do what I told you about in the first part of the story. Paulina and the fairy, who was really Dark Shadow, went to the well. Fairy said thank you, but before he left, he asked if Paulina wanted a sharing of the water. Oh no, if she says yes, she's gonna turn bad. I think somebody was right, or she'll be like, no, I'm not thirsty, I just had tea. So here they are at the well. Paulina is helping the fairy get water, not really the fairy, it's actually Dark Shadow. And Dark Shadow, the fairy, is like, hey, thank you. You want to share? She said that she was already having tea, but was thankful for the offer, so I guess he just gave up. Chapter 2. The next day, the girls went to see how things were around the world were doing. They went to the magic globe. They saw that there was a man in the kingdom of Mappa. They saw that he was so happy because there were all these people fighting the innocent. Paulina thought that they should find out what was going on. They packed and went to the dragon, but he said he was too weak to fly them all the way to the kingdom of Mappa, so this dragon is getting old. He doesn't die. Like a dog death kind of death, when like the dog gets too old and then it just dies and it's really sad. I hate those movies. Too sad. Can I read this without getting sad about this dragon? He was getting very old and the kingdom of Mappa was very far, far, far away. Susan had an idea for a transport to the kingdom of Mappa. They would go to the transport part of the castle, so they just have that all along. Okay? So they went there. They used little bubble transports for flying. They're flying in like little bubbles. I wish we had these instead of cars. I don't like cars. They're bad for the environment and people die in them. I don't know why we still have them. I feel like people would have like made the connection that people were dying in cars when we first made them. And there were people dying in cars when we first made them. Because they're cars. We should be flying in bubbles. Now then again, the bubbles probably would fall and die, so I guess there's trade-offs for everything. But I still don't like cars. And I drive in cars. I want an electric car. Frick. Okay. Paulina told them to be careful when they got there. Chapter 3. The girls were careful because there were a lot of people that weren't good at all there. She and the other girls hid from close enemies. The next day, an old woman came to Paulina with a bag that had a lot of her treasures in it. I think now that Barbie is becoming nostalgic again, and now it's becoming popular, and Preminger has become all the rage in chaotic editing videos that I love. Barbie and the Diamond Castle, I think I got this inspiration from. With like the old lady that Alexa and Liana, they go talk to her and they're like, oh, we'll take your mirror for like the sandwich, and then she gives it to them. Pretty sure they're married. The old woman asked for some food from her. Cindy gave her some, Paulina told her to. The old woman gave her one of her treasures. This is literally what happened. Okay, this is a little bit plagiarism, a little bit. Don't come for me, Barbie. She gave her a special potion to make her so beautiful that she would look more beautiful than anyone else. Dark Shadow didn't give them a mirror that had a girl stuck in it, a special potion, so it's not really plagiarism. It's just, it's inspiration. It's mimicking. It's mimicking. Don't come for me, Mattel. But Pauline didn't want to look more beautiful than anyone. The old woman, who was Dark Shadow, why did I tell you that, was so angry that he knew that he should never go home to his master. So he's too scared. He's like, I keep on failing every single time. I can't tell my master that. He's dishonest and he values looks more than what's inside that counts. Obviously, he's a bad guy. So here we have Dark Shadow. Revealing himself as Dark Shadow and not the old woman, I guess, when they pass him by. And he's like, dang it, I can't go back to my master now. He turned invisible so that he could follow them to the kingdom. He's still gonna follow them. Maybe he won't fail. His master told him to have Paulina turn bad because she was one of the most powerful people in the kingdom. Whoa. Somebody called it in the comment section. I will shout you out at the end of the video. Chapter 4. When the three girls and Dark Shadow, invisible, were back at the kingdom, Dark Shadow knew that he couldn't stay invisible the whole day, so I guess his power has limits. So he pretended to be a blind man with no home. He asked the servants if he could stay in a room in the castle. They said yes. People gave him money for him, but he didn't use it for being rich or for buying a house with all the stuff he could ever need. He actually magically made the money into little ravens that sent sickness that made people bad. I feel like he could have had other resources to do that. If he can turn money into ravens, can he turn like trees into something like ravens? Can he just make sickness out of nothing? Maybe it has to be money. Maybe he lives off money. I don't know. Lots of questions, lots of vague plot details. Yay. Lena, Susan, and Cindy stopped them, but didn't know who did it. We don't know how they stopped them, but they did. Oh wait, I wonder if the ravens have anything to do with Aaron Yeager. Mikas is not on a date, Aaron. Calm down. Dark Shadow was so angry, they took Paulina to Black Shadow's hideout in her sleep, so he just did what he could have done all along, which is, Excuse me. No one told you to fall down. Billy, stop. The attitude in that goes. So he took Paulina to Black Shadow's hideout in her sleep, so he did what he could have done all along, instead of using ravens and going to, like, the greatest lengths to make sure that she turned bad. So here he is, getting ready to capture her while she's sleeping. I mean, I feel like if I was sleeping, I would wake up if someone was capturing me. I guess she didn't. When they got there, something horrid happened. Chapter 5. When Dark Shadow and Paulina got there, Paulina woke up in a prison. Dark Shadow took her out of the dungeon and showed her to his master. Black Shadow felt pleasant about this and gave Dark Shadow a poison to make her like them. Paulina could now see that he was the fairy in disguise. Really? How? The old woman and the old blind man. He also sent those ravens to make people like him. But good thing Paulina stopped them. But she was still angry with him. But then something strange happened. He gave her the potion and dark clouds covered her eyes. And the potion worked. So she was able to stop ravens with Susan and Cindy. But she can't, like, keep her mouth closed from drinking a potion. Vague plot details. It would have been cool if, like, the dagger did it. Like, the dagger made her, like, all-powerful. And then she was like, I'm gonna be bad now because of, like, pride or something. I don't know. But here's the picture of the black clouds covering her eyes. So we have, like, a before shot, and then an after shot. And now she's evil! The most powerful OP character in the book is evil. Then Paulina herself almost gave Dark Shadow the magic sword. Oh no! Chapter 6. Paulina almost gave him the potion until suddenly... Almost gave him the potion. I think I meant the sword. Paulina almost gave him the sword until Susan and Cindy suddenly broke the spell by using their own potion, because apparently they planned this beforehand without even telling Paulina. Paulina was about to stab Dark Shadow, but didn't, because someone else killed him. Paulina didn't know who it was until the next story. The freaking end. Cliffhanger. Wow. She was about to stab Dark Shadow. I bet it was Black Shadow. That's such like a bad guy thing to do. There can only be two, and you were no longer my apprentice. Boom. I bet I got that like apprentice and master thing from Star Wars as well. Somebody called it that she would turn bad. I wish it would have been by the power of the sword or by the power of something else other than just a potion that she was forced to drink but didn't have to. She probably could have stopped them somehow. If she had her dagger on her, if she was going to give it to them. I'm confusion. Oh well. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like and share this video with your friends and fellow writers to help grow our introverted writing community. It would really benefit my channel. That's all for now, folks. Thank you guys for watching. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, check out my blog, and find the writing help you need on my Fiverr account. All the links will be in the description below. And stay basic and stay tuned for the next book because we left off on a cliffhanger. Okay, bye.